A number of business executives and community leaders are taking part in a special event to raise much-needed funding for men's mental health. The Great Walk 2022 is run by Menslink. It kicked off in Canberra today. Over the next 5 days, 32 walkers will brave the conditions, walking from Parliament along the Centenary Trail, taking them across a total of 142 Ks. The goal to raise at least $350,000 to support men's mental health. Let's go live to Martin Fisk. He's Chief Executive of Menslink. Martin, thank you very much for your time. For our viewers who are unfamiliar with your organisation, tell us, what does Menslink do?
So, Kieran, Menslink is a Canberra charity that supports young guys in our community, aged from 10 all the way through to 25, get through tough times in their life with the least amount of harm to themselves and those people around them, their family, their school, their community. And we do that by providing free volunteer mentoring, free education sessions, and free counselling sessions for those guys who need some professional support to get them through things like depression, anxiety, relationship breakdowns, or, getting in trouble with the law.
How much of an impact did the lockdowns and the pandemic more broadly have on young men in particular?
I think it's had a huge impact because the young guys that we saw, they started to lose connections. And as we all know, online connections aren't the same as face-to-face, in-person human connections. So for the first time in my living memory, we've had a whole set of young fellas and young women as well, but in our case, young guys, who have lost those daily connections with their mates, with their sporting coaches and things like that. And I think it's had a real impact, not just when we were in the lockdown, but when we were coming out of the lockdown. And I got to tell you, this year's been really tough as well, particularly for young fellas aged, say, 18 to 25. While it might be easy to get a job, the job's not paying as much as perhaps it used to. And young fellas are struggling with a whole lot of real high levels of anxiety. And the walk we're doing over the next 5 days raises money for us to be able to provide those free mental health services to any young fella that needs it.
So it's about mental health supports and mentoring as well, Martin?
Yeah, no, exactly. And we have young guys from as young as 10 years of age. Most of our young fellas don't have dads in their life. They're being brought up by a single mum who's doing the best she can. But sometimes you just need somebody to guide you on, an adult man needs to guide a young fella on to how to be a good adult man, just like an adult woman needs to guide a young girl. And so our program is all about trying to help these young fellas not go down a path of drugs or violence or crime or retreating into, online computer games, but actually get out there in the community. And, we've been operating for 20 years now, and we've had fabulous success in turning these guys' lives around.
It's a wonderful initiative, Martin Fisk, Menslink, and this great walk. All the best to you and your team, and to a couple of my mates, Todd Wills, Rob Evans, out there for the big walk. Good luck to all of you over the next few days. Thanks, Martin.
Thanks, Kieran. And if anybody wants to donate, our website is menslink.org.au. Thank you very much, Kieran.